So since my weekend starts this afternoon, I thought we could look at, as the Wall Street Journal calls it, science-backed ways to schedule a perfect weekend.
Okay.
Dario,
I like
what's your
science.
perfect weekend?
Getting stuff done, but also having enough time to like invest in hobbies, although that's rarely how things go.
So hobbies and getting stuff done.
Uh-huh.
So it would be like a rest and a reset. So like you're resting, doing your hobbies, and resetting, you're kind of doing your stuff.
Yeah, the stuff that I just don't have the time or the energy to do throughout the rest of the week.
Yep. Ron, what's your perfect weekend?
Very similar.
Yeah.
There's chores that need to be done, and I'll get probably 4 items off of my list of 20 that I intend to get done. There'll be plenty of watching television, and if it's summertime, the kids will be there swimming in the pool.
Yeah.
Now that the pool is closed, the kids might still be there, but we'll be doing things more indoor.
Yeah.
Maybe go for a walk.
Yeah, that's
things like
nice.
that. So, yeah, very similar.
Yeah, mine would be sleeping in.
How often does that happen for you?
Well, anytime is sleeping in when you wake up at 3:30 on most days.
Well, yeah, but your children might decide that
Yeah, they usually wake me up at
today is a day
7:30.
to, okay, that is sleeping in for us.
Yeah, that is sleeping in for us. So 7:30 is not too bad. So sleeping in, and then what else do I like to do? My chores, like Daria and Ron said, and I don't really do hobbies. So the Wall Street Journal says, here's what they say a perfect weekend has. It has to have all of these things to be a perfect weekend.
Oh,
Sleep,
yes.
hobbies, unplanned time,
Mm-hmm.
social time, work and chores, and physical activity. What do we think? First thoughts?
Does the physical activity have to be other than the work and chores?
It is 2 separate categories on their list.
Because I don't, like sometimes I might go for a walk, or if it's, summertime, a swim in the pool where I'm intentionally swimming and not just bobbing.
Doggy paddling.
Yeah. But not very often. That's one thing my doctor has advised me I need to get better at, doing more physical
activity.
exercise. But
would that be a perfect weekend?
sounds like too much. Too much
It does
plan
sound like
time.
too much to me. Yes, I just feel like I don't have enough days to do all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it, but keep in mind this is from the Wall Street Journal. Christians spend about a quarter of their weekend at church.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you get there, it's noon, and then it's time for lunch, and then a good portion of your Sunday is gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Although we could count that as maybe social time.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's a part of the social time. But even then, it's like, I only have 2 days to a weekend. How am I supposed to do 7 things or however many this is? We need another day. That's what we need. We need another day. We need a 4-day work week, 3-day weekend.
I like that.
1 day for social, 1 day for your like chores and stuff, and then 1 day for your unplanned time, your TV time, your couch sitting time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't see how you can get social time and any significant amount of work done in the same weekend.
Oh no.
Especially if you're talking like yard work or we're doing projects around the house because we just bought a new house.
Mm-hmm.
There is no time for anything else if that is what you're choosing to do in a weekend.
Yeah, I was feeling kind of jealous of my neighbor the other day. They just moved in, and it's the person who lived there before them had lived there 30 years. No, maybe 50. I think it was 50. And so there's just a lot of stuff to like upkeep to, work on outside the house especially. And they were out there all day. And I just was like, I want to do that. I want to be outside all day, like working on all the stuff that I like is on my list, on my like, short list, on my long list.
Sure.
Just not for me at this current time of my life. I can't get
No.
outside for hours.
At this time, it's
Mom! Mom! Mommy!
Yes.
Mommy!
Exactly.
Yeah.
on
I have
and
a
on.
4-year-old who is that way. He won't go more than 4 steps away from me. He won't even go like further into the yard to the sandbox. He'll be like, "Can you come to the sandbox with me?" Like, no.
I can still see you.
I
You're
literally
fine.
can see you. I can speak to you. We're fine.
Mhm.
And then the other one, who will be 1 next week, doesn't even care if I exist. he crawls away and goes to the sandbox by himself.
And eats the sand.
And eats the sand, exactly.
So you still have to be right on top of him.
Yes, exactly. Or he'll eat pebbles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just sitting there, observing, making sure they don't eat pebbles or like launch each other off the slide.
Oh.
But I would like to, take some ivy off of my windows because it's growing crazy right now on my windows.
But that would require a change of focus off of your child.
And then they
who's
would eat the
eating
pebbles.
things.
Maybe you can make
Yes.
it a game for Trey. He could help you with the ivy.
Oh, that's a good idea. He would like that. Maybe for 1 second, actually. Now thinking about it. But maybe he would like that. That's a good idea. Okay, so I want to know from our listeners, what's your perfect weekend look like? Is it sleep? Hobbies? Unplanned time? And what does that mean? Just like sitting and watching TV? Is that what unplanned time is? Just kind of like hanging around?
Yeah, or maybe conversations with your spouse or your children.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on here for like family time.
Very good point, Daria. Because I wouldn't put my family time in social time.
No, that's like
That'd be
meeting
our
a friend for
friends.
coffee in my mind.
Yeah. Friends or extended family like your relatives or whatever.
And if you can get your family to help with work and chores, you're doing really good.
True.
Just combine them all.
We're going to go outside and do our chores, and we're also going to be together, which is also
So
our
we're
social
social.
time. Maybe
Mhm.
that's how they do it.